hard. Maybe it took a year or two and you got it and it was significant. And then you kind of like celebrated for a little while, and then after a while it wasn't all that much of a big deal anymore. And you're like, okay, what's next? I need something else. Right? And how prevalent is that in our society, where somebody gets a car and then they want what? A bigger, nicer car. They get a house and they want a what? A bigger, nicer house. She gets a ring and she wants a bigger, nicer ring. You know, it's everything. Guys, you got a board, you gotta get 4 boards. You got 10 boards. You know, you gotta have more. Who sees that in our society? Is there such thing as too much?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Have you seen motors?
That's what I mean, yes, there's such a thing.
I kind of think there's such a thing, but then I had an ex of mine who told me, like, you can have as much as you want. Why? Why are you limited by as much as you want?
There's 2 different concepts there.
Yeah.
Those aren't exactly the same thing.
Okay.
So is there a possibility you can have too much food?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Is there a certain point where enough's enough?
Yeah.
And that's an important distinction for some people. So when's enough is enough, and then when's more than enough, and then when's there too much. And so is it possible that when you're setting goals, if you set too many goals at once, that affects your ability to achieve the most important goals?
Yes.
Who thinks that focus is a really important element of goal setting and goal achieving? Right? It's got to be right up there at the top. So what I'm going to talk about tonight is, I'm going to call it riding the wave of life. And it's what I've learned over the last, say, 20-some years in learning how to become a big wave surfer, and how that's different than just riding little knee-high waves at the beach. It's different to go out into a 20, 30-foot wave when you've got Mother Nature and all her fury coming, right? And how many agree that some goals, if you set bigger goals, there's bigger consequences? True or false?
No, true.
And bigger commitment levels, and bigger dedication, and more obstacles. So the bigger the goal, the bigger the wave, right? So I'm thinking, how can I take what I've learned in surfing and learning from nature and apply it in business and in life? So that's been my kind of journey for the last. So I'm going to share a couple things I've learned on that journey, how I've integrated it into, like, looking for those natural patterns, and how to integrate that into my life and into my business. So it's about patterns of waves and cycles, and then just trying to get into flow with them. So that's kind of the topic tonight. So let's talk about this